we're about to check out this amazing model home behind me and really go over why people are choosing to live in and move to Jacksonville, Florida. Now, this home has an amazing feature in the backyard that you're not going to miss. So without further ado, let's get into it right now. So starting right off, I want to bring up just this amazing front porch that we have here. This is something that you don't always get with every floor plan. So the fact that this floor plan gives you this oversized front patio, front porch, it's really great because at the end of the day, when you live in Jacksonville, it's all about being able to have different spots to hang out outside, to entertain outside. So having that is a huge bonus that you don't always get. Then we come into the house with this floor plan, and right away you're gonna notice we get these expansive ceilings, 20-foot or so tall ceilings in this house. Now what this does is it really opens up on you. It really makes the house feel larger, more wide open. And I love when the builders kind of incorporate the second story into that entryway with the open railing, because it really does just give it a very complete look and really does maximize the feel of it when you come in. Then right off of our entryway is our dedicated office. So this dedicated office, it's a great size. You have the French doors, the glass French doors to be able to, kind of finish it off. And this is one of those things that, if you're looking for a floor plan that has a dedicated office, or just there's certain things you are looking for in any floor plan, it's important to have someone like myself to go over all that to figure out, what house, what builder, what neighborhood may make the most sense to give you something just like this. So again, to do that though, you have to just call me, text me, email me. Always happy to help answer any questions you have about all of that. In addition, off of our entryway, we also have our half bath. Now this half bath is going to be for guests. It's going to be for when people are visiting. It's going to be for the kids, so they don't have to go upstairs if they are downstairs. Just a really good use of the space, utilizing underneath the stairwell to really maximize the space of the house, and does give you a lot to work with there, to where you're not intruding into other parts of the house to get that half bath. Then from there, we do have our stairway up to our second story, which we will get to in just a moment. But let's go ahead and check out the kitchen and living room right now. So when we come into the rear of the house, we are greeted with our living room, our kitchen, our dining room, really the true area of the house that's going to be where you're gonna spend the majority of your time with your family, with friends. And as you can see right away, we have a great size living room. A couple of things that the builder did here is they did do power in the flooring, so that's why we don't have any cords, going out to outlets in the walls. We also have plenty of recessed lighting, and we have a surround sound speaker system, because at the end of the day, the models are always gonna have it, but it gives you an idea of what you can do with this builder if it's something that you really do want. And again, when it comes to the builder and who are, the floor plan and where we're at today, we will get into that as we go through this video, as well as the current incentives for this community and the current pricing for this exact floor plan we're in today. But a couple other things too as we go into the kitchen. They did do a wood look tile gray flooring throughout the first floor. And this flooring, they did in more of a herringbone style design, which I actually really like. It kind of breaks up the space a little bit in a different format, something that we don't see every day. Now I said we were gonna do the kitchen, but before we do the kitchen, let's check out the pantry and the laundry room, which is gonna be off of our 3-car garage. Yes, believe it or not, this is a 3-car garage floor plan because it actually has that tandem garage, so one of the sides actually goes back deeper. But over here, off of the garage, we do have our walk-in pantry. Really good size overall to get an idea of it. And then we also have our laundry room right off of the garage as well, with our nice deep sink, quartz countertops, plenty of cabinetry for whatever you would need to store in here. Nice area up top here over the washer dryer to be able to fold laundry or just have additional countertop space. And then we have our washer dryer combo here as well. And I do like the tile pattern they chose for this laundry room as well. It almost has like a floral look to it. It's something I do like to see because it does kind of change up what we're so used to seeing with that standard tile design. So I do like that as well. So then from there, we also have our living room to our right or left, depending on where you're looking. But then we get to our kitchen, which now we're finally here. In this kitchen, again, it's a great size. I know, probably being a dead horse there, but overall it's a great size kitchen. We do have, all soft close cabinetry throughout. And with this one, the builder actually did white cabinets on the exterior, and they actually even did the cabinets up to the ceiling and continued it with some glass inserts up top from almost like showpieces for your cabinetry. And then they finished it off with your gas stovetop and gas hood, or gas stovetop hood. Now, the reason I bring this up is because not every community here in Jacksonville, and honestly, very minimal communities are out there in Jacksonville that have gas as a part of their community. So some communities, you have to sometimes just do a tank, but with here, they actually have it coming straight from the street, so you're always gonna be good to go with your gas, and it's just another bill you pay month to month, depending on how much you use. I also do like how they did the blue subway tile up to the ceiling, because it kind of adds a splash of color, which I'm always gonna be a big fan of adding a little bit of color in to the features of a house. We also have our darker cabinets on this side, almost more like a black cabinet, with our nice oversized farm style metal sink that does overlook our living room as well. So really well done across the board there. And then we do have our microwave oven combo. Now there probably is a route you could do a double oven here if you wanted, with a microwave somewhere else in the kitchen, but it gives you an idea of what you could do with it if you prefer the microwave oven combo. And then the dining room. So this dining room is an oversized dining room if you ask me. It has a 6-seater table that you can make it into an 8-seater table if you desired. But what I really love about this space, this is something that you don't always get with every floor plan, is the expansiveness of all the windows, having almost 3 different window walls here that really do provide a lot of natural light. Because again, here in Jacksonville, it's all about having that natural light. It's all about, having things light and bright and open. So having all that is exactly how I would want it in my house. So I love when the builders do stuff like that to really show you what you can do with them with their different floor plans. So overall, just a great design with the living room, the dining room, the kitchen, which then leads us to our primary bedroom before we actually head upstairs. So let's check out this primary bedroom right now. And what you're gonna see right away when we come in here is a nice oversized bedroom. In addition, they did the tray ceiling in here, which I love. I'm a huge fan of tray ceilings, and the reason for that is it's because it adds more ceiling height. It makes the space feel bigger, and typically for the cost, in some cases, this is normally going to be included with the floor plan. But even if it's not, the cost normally makes it to where it makes sense to do to really maximize the feel of your primary bedroom. We also have the wall of windows here to add a whole bunch of natural light. Still have some additional windows on the exterior wall as well. So I mean, overall, just really well designed across the board to really fit everything you would want to need, including having a his and hers closets. Now I say his and hers, sometimes it's hers and hers, sometimes it's his and his. It really comes down to who has the, more clothing, so to speak. But overall, I do like the fact that it has 2 separate closets. Because sometimes, when you have the one large closet, it has a different feel than having the 2 smaller closets. And people do like having the separate closets in general, so that way each person has their own space. But let me know in the comments section, do you prefer having just one oversized closet, or do you like having 2 separate closets? I'd love to know your thoughts. And then it takes us to our, primary ensuite. Now this primary ensuite, we do have the double vanity here. They did a nice shiplap wall here, really across the whole side and back. And then they finished it off with some windows up top to add some natural light. You have your huge oversized tub here. And then we have our walk-in shower here as well with the step down. So again, just very ease of use. Really well designed across the board. They actually did a different tile design for the shower itself. And they did do the tile up to the ceiling as well to really finish off the look. And a cool little feature that it doesn't really do a ton, but in my opinion, it goes a long way, is they actually did a tile for the insert in here to match the tile flooring here in the shower. Now, one more thing I will mention too, as we kind of wrap up this space of the house, is, if you're watching this and you prefer to have just an oversized shower, maybe you're not much of a tub person, they do have an option with this floor plan to do a shower across the whole back. So that is something that you have as an option if you would prefer to get rid of the tub, but if you do want the tub, it does show you what you can do with it. So let's now go upstairs and check out the second story before we eventually get to that beautiful backyard. So now we are upstairs. Now, here's what's upstairs. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and an amazing loft that we're about to get into. So starting off, we're gonna go into bedroom number 1. And bedroom number 1 here is gonna be your smallest of your 3 bedrooms. And this bedroom, it's a good size, but like I said, it's the smallest. And the thing about it is, even though it is on the smaller side, you still get plenty of natural light, and you still get a nice walk-in closet with this space as well. So even though it is on the smaller side, they do still maximize other parts of this house, which I do like. And then we come to our Jack and Jill bathroom. So this bathroom is going to be for both bedrooms. And as you come in, we do have our single vanity here. We have our shower tub combo in the middle, and then we have our second vanity on the other side for the other bedroom. Now this shower tub combo, they did not do the tile up to the ceiling. Would have liked to have seen that, but it's still a very nice tile design that they chose. And they did a nice insert with it as well, just to really maximize it. And we do have our second vanity here as well, as it leads to our second bedroom upstairs. So this bedroom upstairs, this is gonna be a little bit bigger than the first bedroom. We still do get some good natural light here as well. And this is a full-size bed, but you could easily fit a queen size in here, and you still have plenty of room as well. In addition, we do have another walk-in closet on this area, in this bedroom. And that's something that you're gonna notice throughout this floor plan, is every bedroom is going to have a walk-in closet. So that is a huge bonus that you don't always get across the board with every floor plan. Then coming out of the second bedroom, we do have our open railing down to our first floor. And I do like how this floor plan, the way that it's laid out, when you do the open railing like this around the whole stairwell and second floor, it really does make it a very expansive view again of the downstairs as we come to our loft up here. So this loft, this is a great space again for your kids, great space for them to be able to entertain with their friends. It could be a game room, it could be a movie room, but overall you have a lot of different things you can do with it because the size is on the larger end. As you can see here, there's plenty of furniture pieces, and yet there's still plenty of room to roam with a floor plan like this. In addition, we do have our window wall as well. So again, we get that natural light. And believe it or not, they actually have a structural change you can make here to where you could actually do a balcony off of this space as well. So if you want to know more about that, we actually have a video of another one in Nocatee that has just that I would highly suggest you take a look at. Then we come to the back of the house up here, and we're gonna have our second bathroom upstairs, third full bathroom overall. This one, they did do the shower tub combo. This time they went up to the ceiling with the tile. We still have the insert as well. And this one, it is the one bathroom that does not have a window. So it's a little bit on the darker side. And this is one where I would highly suggest to do daylight light bulbs to really brighten it up if that's what you're wanting to do with it. Then it takes us to our bedroom back here. And this could really be like a mother-in-law space with the bedroom and bathroom. It could be for more of an adult-aged kid. But overall, this bedroom is another good size space. This is I believe it's a full-size bed, but you could easily do a queen as well. Again, it has the nightstands, the dresser, and you still have your walk-in closet here as well. So having every bedroom with its own walk-in closet, again, you can't go wrong here, in my opinion, because it really does highlight just the luxurious feel of the home, but at a very affordable price as well, which we'll get to momentarily. So let's go ahead and now check out the outside of this house and the really cool feature with this backyard that we're gonna get into right now. All right, so saving the best for last, let's go and check out this beautiful backyard and some amazing features that I wanna dive into. So right away, as you'll notice as we come out here, is we have this really oversized back porch. Now keep in mind, you could easily screen this in if you wanted to. And this is oversized because the builder did the additional expansion over here to really maximize your overall backyard. Now with this backyard too, we are gonna have our sink with storage, we're gonna have our mini fridge, we're gonna have our gas grill. So it really has everything you need to be able to entertain for sporting events, just having friends or family over. And again, on a very nice day, you could cook some steaks on the grill, and you have a nice table right next to it that you could then have family dinner out here on days that it's cooler, or on days that it's hotter, you can still do the same thing and then just jump in the pool afterwards. So overall, just really well designed, really well thought out by the builder here, which then leads us to our pool and our fire pit. So this pool, they actually did a really cool feature here. They actually put a little bit of an island here with turf. So what that island does is it actually gives you a space that you could put some, put like some chairs to be able to tan, or put like a, more of like a, longer like tanning bed kind of thing out here to be able to, again, get a tan on, jump in the pool afterwards. That's something that we don't see very often, so just a really cool thing across the board. Not sure how practical it is for everyday use to have this island here, but it gives you the idea of just what you could do with it if you wanted to. Because this builder, they do utilize a pool company here who will do pretty much whatever you'd want them to do at a cost. So it's just kind of cool to see a different design that you could do. In addition, we also have our fire pit back here, and this is going to be a gas fire pit. And this fire pit, again, it's cool because when you're living in Florida, when you're living in Jacksonville, we do have certain times of the year where it's a little bit cooler out. So it's nice to be able to have a place where you can invite friends over, have some s'mores going, and really enjoy that Florida lifestyle no matter what the weather's like, whether if it's a bit cooler or warmer. So overall, I love what the builder did with this layout of the backyard and with one of their most popular floor plans as well. So let's go ahead and dive into what floor plan we're in today, who the builder is, what community we're in, and really just why people choose to live and move to Jacksonville, Florida. So that's gonna wrap up this walkthrough of this amazing floor plan today. So I'm sure you wanna know where we're at. We are actually in Middleburn, one of Jacksonville's newest and hottest communities. Now, just why is it that it's such a hot community here in Jacksonville? Well, the reason for that is it's a much smaller niche community compared with some of the other larger ones like Rivertown, Nocatee, Silverleaf. And there's a huge demand for that because sometimes those larger neighborhoods where you have 10,000 plus homes, it's not for everybody. And this community is only gonna have just under 500 homes total. And the thing about it is you still do get some really nice amenities with it, and you're still in an amazing pocket here in Jacksonville with some amazing schools and very easy ability to travel and get from place to place due to the way that the highways are near here. So for me, I actually really like this community due to its location, and ultimately it has a lot to offer for those reasons. Now, why do people choose to move to Jacksonville? Well, I can tell you a big reason for that is because of our cost of living here. And if you're curious on that, I did do a cost of living video to kind of dive deeper into that on the channel. So feel free to check that video out as well. But we have a really great cost of living here in Jacksonville compared to some other major cities like Orlando, Miami, and Tampa. And because of that and the schools and its proximity to all the other major cities, again, you're only 2 hours away from 2.5 hours away from Orlando, 2 from Savannah, 4 from Tampa, 5 from Miami, 6 to Atlanta. It really does make it convenient to be able to travel to those cities, whether if it's driving or a short flight, to be able to have a weekend getaway or a short vacation, while also still being able to take full advantage of the much lower cost of living being here in Jacksonville. So it really does make it a huge draw for people as far as why they choose to live here and move here. I know for myself, being someone who's born and raised here in Jacksonville, I love the fact that the beaches are only going to be 30 minutes or less away. You're not too far away from St. Augustine. Again, 30, 40 minutes away from St. Augustine. which is great for different times of the year, such as Night of Lights when they have different festivities and events down there. But also, you're not that far away to be able to go check the Jacksonville Jaguars out as they're playing. Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp, the minor league baseball team here associated with the Miami Marlins, or even we do have a hockey team, the Jacksonville Icemen, or an arena football team with the Jacksonville Sharks. So we have a lot of different sports opportunities here that do make it a huge draw for people to be able to go do and hang out at for the different sporting events as well. So honestly, that makes a huge impact for people when they're living here. Now, as far as this floor plan today, this is actually the Palos Verdes floor plan, which is built here by ICI Homes, a local-ish builder to the state of Florida. And I love with ICI Homes that they actually allow you to do a lot of different structural changes if you so desire, which is different than most other builders here locally. Some builders, they say, hey, here's your 10 options for structural, and that's all you can do for structural changes. With ICI, they say, as long as you're willing to spend the money on it, we'll do almost anything you want as long as it's within the confines of our floor plans. So I personally love seeing that. And this floor plan, the Palos Verdes, is one of their most popular floor plans in the area, and it's for good reason. This is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath floor plan. It's roughly 3,196 square feet, so I mean, it's a really great size. Has that 3-car TAM garage. And overall, the price, you're not gonna believe it, but the price on this specific one here in Middleburn starts at $711,900. So it's an amazing price to get started at. Obviously, if you choose to do some structural and design center options, that price will go up. But ICI is offering up some pretty good incentives right now. If you wanna know those, because they're always subject to change, all you have to do is just give me a call or text or email, and I'll be glad to help answer those questions you have on that as well. So overall, some really great incentives, really good price, which that price of $711,900 is always subject to change as well. And all that mixed with the area, you can't go wrong. So if you like this video, make sure you like this video on our channel, subscribe to our channel so you see more like this. If you want to see more videos just like this, at the end of this video will be a link to some additional videos of ours that we've done. And I will see you guys again on our next model home tour.